Amazon or Google? Who is going to win the tablet price war? Many of us know that Amazon has released the Kindle Fire. It's been out for a few months now, and I would say it's quite popular. I have one. Now, Google has seen that Android on tablet computers, like big tablet computers, because you can think of a smartphone, like a little Android phone, sometimes a big little Android phone, as a tablet computer, but we're talking more about a larger screen or something with a larger screen that's touch-oriented, a tablet computer. So Amazon prices the Kindle Fire at $200, which is very competitive, extremely competitive, and it's using a derivation of the Android operating system, which means you can use all or most of the Android apps that you might use on any Android tablet, and you get into the market at $200, plus the other services that Amazon provides. That's what makes Amazon's Kindle Fire, I would say, a contender to be dealt with. They still have a bit more optimization to do, certainly. I think their first volley into the arena has been a good one, but now Google has seen that the rest of the landscape is suffering. Like, nobody else, seemingly, is selling Android tablets. I mean, yes, there are many of them that have actually shipped, but there are more people who are using Android phones, smartphones, than there are using Android-based tablets. So to correct this, Google is essentially going to put up a marketplace, or basically an official store where you could buy a Google Android tablet from Google. Initially, I don't think they're going to be going with Motorola, which of course is a company that they had acquired. I believe, according to reports, they're going to be going with a third-party vendor. That stands to reason. Samsung, though, is the only vendor that is relied on Google's Android operating system that's making any money. It's basically Apple, Samsung, and then everybody else. So it's a surprise that Google wouldn't be turning to Samsung for this, because Samsung obviously seems to have struck a chord with people in the devices that they want to have. I think as far as Android devices are concerned, Samsung is pretty much one of the leaders in the field. Asus, of course, I would say is just as doing just as well as Samsung in terms of how they're approaching the ecosystem. But Google's a little worried, I think. The Android tablet adoption hasn't been as warm as I think Google would have liked it to be. Of course, I'm sure other Android supporters would have wanted it to be stronger as well. And it's not to say that Android isn't doing well at all. It's not the case at all. Because when you have an ecosystem whereby you produce hundreds of devices, it's going to sell a lot. Versus, let's say, if you were to compare Android devices sold to Apple devices sold, they may be pretty close, but I would say Android's probably going to edge it out, if only because you have thousands of Android devices versus maybe a handful of iOS devices. It just stands to reason that there would be more out there if you have more of them out there. Duh. The issue with tablets is that nobody's picking them up. Nobody's buying these Android tablets. Okay, not nobody. Few in relation to the juggernaut, which is currently Apple. I think Windows 8 is going to give Android a run for its money as far as tablet computers are concerned. So Google is kind of getting nervous, and it's obvious they're getting nervous, and for good reason. They have to get more people to use tablet computers. But when these manufacturers of tablets without any kind of subsidies were putting these tablet computers, these iPad wannabes, on, come on, let's face it, whether you like it or not, the iPad is leading. Even if you don't like the iPad, you can't deny the fact that there are a lot of them out there. And if people aren't buying the iPad, then they're usually buying a what? A Kindle Fire, which will allow them to play with Android apps and live inside somewhat of an Android ecosystem, but at a completely different price point. Where's Google in all this? Where are the customers for Android tablets in all of this? Google has to find them. And it's not even that Apple's doing anything wrong, per se, with the iPad. Some people say, well, the iPad's overpriced. Okay, so then you turn to the Kindle Fire. Well, the Kindle Fire doesn't have this, and this. Well, then you can turn to something else. And that's the problem. Where's Google fit in all this? Who is going to win the tablet price war? Will Google release an amazing tablet with an amazing experience right around the same price point as Amazon? And will people go with that tablet over a Kindle Fire? Well, one of the reasons, again, why I like the Kindle Fire is because I happen to like Amazon. They have great services. I pay $80 a year for Prime for easy free shipping for a lot of products. I use that all the time. It more than pays for itself every year. And then, of course, all the video services, which I don't know if you guys realize today, Amazon's live video services are available on the PlayStation 3. So Amazon's got a rich ecosystem of content. I mean, beyond the Kindle ebooks and beyond their Android app store, they've got a full experience for consumers. And Google is still in the process of kind of building that up. They don't have much going for them in that sense. So unless Google radically drops a price for a decent tablet experience, and they have to come in under a $200 price point to beat out the Kindle Fire, even if it was with better hardwares, because Amazon's got such a foothold in the marketplace at this point in time as far as Android tablet experiences are concerned. For Google to win this, they've got to let it go under $200 easily. And I don't think anyone would disagree. I mean, would you rather spend $500 or $200 on a tablet? Well, I'd rather spend $200. Yeah, of course you'd rather spend less money. Well, that's the thing. Google is competing against Amazon because Amazon is leading the Android tablet race.